What's good, y'all? This is actually the third round. I think on the first video I put the first round. I actually couldn't record the first round because we also had like a One Piece pre-release at the same time. And they kind of wanted as much table space as possible, so I couldn't record the first round. Thing is though, is that they didn't even like utilize that table. So I could have had a round one feature, but it didn't happen, which means I would have had 6 videos total instead of the 5. But it's okay, we made compromises. So here we see Uziel on the left versus Chris on the right. I know Uziel's playing Elfnote, after all, I see it here, but I don't know what Chris is playing. But we'll find out soon. And so here he's going for like the full Elfnote combo. But he summons a Strelitzia in the middle, which is, well, I guess he's going to summon the Power Patron anyways and then make Crystal Wing. So I guess it's working out in his favor. And yeah, here comes a Crystal Wing. Now the middle zone is free so that he can go and summon out the Fortuna. But instead it looks like he's going to summon out Lucina here. Lucina is going to go ahead and search him for a Elfnote card. I think that would be the Ronaldo. I can't wait till we get those cards in Master Duel. Sure, they're not like super crazy, the Power Patron cards in Elfnote, but they still provide like better utility than Elfnote just by itself with nothing else. Because in Master Duel, I'm not gonna lie, Elfnote doesn't seem that threatening. Here, Ronaldo is going to go ahead and activate its effect. After he normal summons the Fortuna. I was thinking that he normal summoned the chicken, but no, he did not. He summoned it off of the Regina. So yeah, we're going to see Ronaldo go ahead and utilize his effect, or at least I thought it was. But looks like it's going to be Fortuna first here. Then yeah, we're going to see the Madness special summon out the Elfnote Power Patron. And now we're going to go ahead and draw 2. So draw, discard probably Regina, destroy the Ronaldo, and then Ronaldo add back Regina here. So lots of good follow-up. And then here we're going to use Chicken, I think, to go ahead and increase the level by 3 and then make the June Pride. June Pride now can go ahead and declare its effect to bounce itself back. Summon out Strelitzia from the graveyard, Regina from the hand, and what else? Another copy of the Chicken. From here, we're going to synchro off with the Strelitzia to go into the XL. XL is going to bring back the Chicken here into the middle zone. And then we're going to synchro off into probably a Dragster. So we have access to Stardust, plus the Crystal Wing and Dragster. A set card, we have Madness to negate. And from there, we'll pass. So I do know that the camera angle is awkward. The tripod that I have, the little attachment for the phone is like kind of like skewed to an angle, and so it looks a little weird. And so I have to buy a new attachment for it, and I'll find one soon, hopefully. Let's see. But yeah, I'll deal with that whenever, you know, I'm able to. So from here we are going to see Chris now draw for turn. And we're going to see him play, oh, it looks like it might be Fairy Tail Endymion. Maybe with Magistus as well. This is interesting because I'm not quite familiar with this deck, I will say. I know a few of the Fairy Tail cards, but like, I'd be lying if I said I know exactly what he's going to do. So, here on the activation of the Empire, which I thought it was a field spell at first, we're going to see him activate Dragster to negate. Okay, interesting. If a card or cards you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can destroy one Regulus, the Empire in your hand, or face the field instead. Oh, so this card is an effect that would allow it to be activated right here. Let's see. I don't know if you can protect Empire of Endymion on activation. Because of the you know, continuous effect, right? Like, I don't think this card can activate or can prevent its destruction if you do it on activation. Okay. But we are negating the effect at the very least with the Dragster, so he will not be able to get a Regulus. Okay, okay. We'll see. From here, Dragster is now level 5, and then of course it looks like Chris is thinking about his next line of play. Now from here, we're going to see, okay, so he is playing the Invoked engine instead with this. Gotcha. Let's see here. So yeah, it looks like the card had to have fully resolved for you to be able to use this continuous effect to protect it. So this card should not actually remain on the field because Endymion Empire, or Empire of the Endymion, it attempts to search on activation, right? And so because it hasn't resolved yet, i.e. added the monster, quote unquote, it wouldn't be able to go ahead and resolve and have its protection effect enabled. So just a few things, of course, to keep note of in the future if you are deciding to play this deck. Now, here he summoned the Alistair, the new one, to go ahead and allow him to go for the Super Poly, using the Crystal Wing, because it is a wind, in order to summon the Sorath. And then here, he's going to be able to target a level 6 or lower monster in either graveyard to special summon it in defense mode. I wonder what all he could do from here. I know this deck got some nutty, follow-up. Not follow-up, I'm sorry, support. But, like, the deck itself is not too crazy. I don't know. We'll see. So, that, Invocation spell card ends up adding back the Alistair from the graveyard to the hand. And now it looks like Sorath triggers its effect to go ahead and special summon. And from here, it looks like Uzi is going to go ahead and send a monster, being the Dragster, to the grave in order to summon Astralitzia. And then, on resolution, negating the invoked Sorath. So, no response, and then, of course, negating the Sorath special summon. And then from here, we're going to see the Seraphim activate its effect to go ahead and special summon out the Power Patron, Elfnote Power Patron here. But, like, perhaps what he could have done instead is summon the Strelitzia in the middle. Strelitzia summon Tenia, and then Tenia ripped the card from the hand so that he cannot play with the Alistair, and then he would have won. But, oh, you know what? He has Regina here. Looks like this ends up being the same result anyway. So, yeah. This card is banished until the end of the turn. And I mean, that's game. So, Chris will scoop it up in game number 1, and we will be back in game number 2. Alright, game number 2, we are going to see Chris start with a Fairy Tale package here. So he's going to summon out the, what's her name again? The Luna, to search another copy of Luna. And then from here, I believe, actually, I believe, I don't know, nothing that he would do, right? I mean, he has to have like some of the other cards in hand to be able to play. But it looks like he will be able to play with this Regulus here, revealing a spellcaster, and then I think he takes 400 points of damage up to the level of the monster times 100, right? So, revealing the Luna here, he special summons out, and then he gets to... I actually don't know what he's able to do on summon. Does this search for the Empire? Oh, never mind. It takes 300 times the level. Never mind. So yeah, Empire of Endymion is going to be added. And then from here, he's going to go ahead and add another copy of Regulus here. We need the support still, right? From Magnificent Monsters in order to get the Witchcraft stuff that plays with this, right? I think so, at the very least. I think we don't have Vere yet. So that's something that we would love to have sooner or later. But we do have Genny, oh well. Okay, from here, what do we do? It looks like we're going to overlay into Wiccat. And then Wiccat can go ahead and attach 2 to dump 2 Fairy Tale cards, one being the equip spell, probably, or actually it'd probably be the quick play, and then either Snow or maybe something else that works in the graveyard. We do see, though, Regina. But here we see Harmonia chain in response, revealing Strelitzia. Oh, he plays Jonora, actually. Elfnote, Power Patron, Wind Pegasus, and Omega. That's interesting. Removing the Wicket for what? I guess as a material, right? So that he cannot fuse with it. But yeah, here we're going to see him dump the Omega, summon out the Harmonia, and then he's going to destroy a Regulus in the hand off of the Empire to protect the Wicket here. So it looks like Chris is definitely valuing having the extra body on the field. So let's see. We see him send a copy of the Machgiru plus a copy of the Tales of Fairy Tales. Machgiru got summoned here. Oh, it looks like you can summon it from the graveyard since he controls a monster with 1850 original attack. Okay, cool. Then he gets to add the field spell. The field spell ends up adding another copy of Luna here. And then we're going to equip the equip spell from the grave. Normal summon Luna again because we get an additional normal summon off the equip spell. Yeah, Uzi here reading. Yeah, whenever it gets to equip from the graveyard, you get an additional normal summon. So Luna's getting a lot of value. And that's going to allow him to grab the Fairy Tale Snow. And then we're going to fusion summon off the Snow plus the Wicket in order to make... looks like Teller. So Teller's going to be in the gate. The field spell is going to also be in the gate. Okay. Now we're gonna link one into the Artemis. From here, we're gonna link two into probably, yeah, the Endymion Magistus guy. That's going to allow him to equip the Artemis, and then Artemis is going to be able to search for any spellcaster level 4, right? So that's gonna grab Spenta. And then from here, Spenta can go ahead and discard to search for Crowley, right? And then Crowley can fusion summon into the Invoked Magistus. But is that the right play here? I guess we'll see here. Yeah. So here we do see the Crowley get added. Of course, he doesn't have a normal summon, so he can't go for the... what's the monster called that equips? The Zoroa, right? The normal summon. But yeah, here we see Crowley get added, and then looks like he's not going to special summon out the Crowley here. He's going to go instead Spenta effect to go ahead and equip in order to fusion summon potentially. So yeah, we're going to equip the Regulus here to the Endymion Link 2. And then send the Artemis plus the Regulus to make the Chorizo. Chorizo is going to be linked off now with the Link 3 in order to go for the Summon Sork. Okay, nice. Summon Sork is legal now, huh? That's going to summon the Crowley to Uziel's field. And then from here, let's see. We're going to special summon a Drollin Lockbird. Are we going to be able to add this Drollin Lockbird back to hand? Probably, right? I imagine the firewall is going to be accessible at some point. Now we're gonna, of course, use Teller, targeting with the Alistair in order to special summon it out into the field. And then Alistair is going to go ahead and search for a, or set, right? No, he's going to banish to search a Invoked Speller Trap. Let's see. Then you can special summon with the same type as that monster, but it gets effects. Looks like he got the quick play. So it looks like he's locked into spellcasters with the Summon Sork at this point, but honestly, this seems fine. I don't think Chris minds this any like at all. Okay. Now what to do from here? Looks like we're linking off with the Droll and the Summon Sork to go for what exactly? Okay, so it's going to be the Spirit Charmer Link 4. Now we're going to target the Endymion plus the Luna to go ahead and special summon them both out. Sorry about knocking the camera here. From here, this is going to be good because like the Luna can always be a quick effect interruption during the opponent's turn to bounce. I don't know if the Endymion of something Magistus is going to be able to do anything, but I guess I could always look it up here in a bit. Let's see. This Link 2 allows him to, during the main phase, target a spellcaster, a spellcaster monster card in your spell and trap zone, and have it be treated as an equipped spell, then return it to the hand. Oh no, that is, okay, that is treated as an equipped spell to add it back. Gotcha. It is a quick effect, so it could be at any point, which means if he has Crowley equipped, Crowley can always be used to then special summon it and then fusion. Okay, okay. You know what? That card is actually not that bad. So now we're going to go ahead and utilize Wiccat, it looks like, to send the Luna. No, it's going to be Luna effect to add back, and then Wiccat chain. And then from here, Crowley gets Summon Alf because it's got added to the hand, except by drawing. And then it fuses off with the Wiccat to fuse off into the Zoroa. Then we're going to equip the Droll and Lockbird here on Summon. And then Droll could be added to the hand with the Endymion. Oh, that's pretty nice. That's actually kind of nasty. And then, yeah, Fairy Tail Balls on the field. If he summons a Fairy Tail monster, he gets to negate a face-up card on the field. I mean, this is looking like a really nice end board. I'm not gonna lie to you. Too bad the deck struggles going second. That's the only issue. But aside from that, yeah, this seems great. And then, if Chris wants to, he can always fusion during the opponent's turn with the invoked spell, the quick play. So that's not bad. I like it. I like it so far. So yeah, looks like we're going to add the Droll during the end phase actually, and then, or during the end of main, and then pass. Now Uzi does have his work cut out for him, right? He has to play through a lot, but looks like we're starting with baby steps. Here we're gonna special summon out the Fortuna here. And declare its effect to place the, what's it called? The Rhapsody in Madness. We also have to remember that he has to play around the Droll and Lockbird on top of a few negates. So, looks like Zoro is going to negate the Fortuna and then destroy the Harmonia on the field. Not destroying the Fortuna to not open the middle zone. From here, Harpy's Feather Duster is going to be activated here, but could Teller not negate this, or can it? And it looks like it can, by banishing a copy of Luna. Okay. At this point, Uzi has 3 more cards, I believe, and one of them is going to be a Tenia normal summon, attributing out to Fortuna and then activating its effect to go ahead and place the Welcome Home, but the Fairy Tail Ball will be used as a negate here. Because he normal summoned a monster. And then we're going to chain Regina to that. So, oh, it looks like we're not chaining Regina to the Tenia. It looks like we're now special summoning out of it. Okay. Does Fairy Tail Ball not start a chain? Or not start a chain, but like, you know, chain? Or is it on resolution? And then it looks like we're doing the invocation spell here. Once per turn, when your opponent special summons a monster and you control a Fairy Tail monster, you can trigger one effect monster your opponent controls, negate its effect. Also, yeah. I mean, he could have chained, I guess, Regina, but it looks like here we're going to fuse off with the Teller, put back the Sorath and the Zoroa, and since they're all 3 different typings, we're going to be able to banish 3 and banish from the extra deck. But Elfnote Parapatron could chain. However, it looks like Uzi is going to concede here, and we will be back in game number 3. Alright, so in this game, we are going to see the Regina discard a Elfnote card in order to special summon from the deck. We see Chris yet again activate a Fualos, and it got stopped by Ash once again. That is truly unfortunate, but hey, if they got it, they got it. I'm not gonna lie. So it really does suck playing against Elfnote, because sometimes they really just have it all. So, you know. So here we're going to synchro into the Strelitzia. We're going to add back Regina, and Chainlink 1 is going to be the Elfnote Power Patron to go ahead and search. And I think that was Secret Village of the Spellcasters. But like, would you really use it in a Spellcaster matchup? I guess if it works, it works, right? Now we're going to go ahead and special summon Tenia here to go ahead and place the Welcome Home. And then Welcome Home will go ahead and send for cost. What exactly? Looks like it's going to be the Tenia here to go ahead and special summon out Lucina. Yeah. Then Lucina is going to use her effect to go ahead and add Ginaldo. Okay. Looks like he's going to cut. We're going to activate the Ginaldo, and then we're going to special summon out the Elfnote Power Patron. We're going to go use this effect to draw 2 and then destroy the card, discarding the Regina, and then the Regina gets added back. And then from here, Lucina will now search, it looks like. And this probably grabs Fortuna, in my opinion. But first, we are going to make a level 8, which is going to be the Excel Synchro or Crystal Wing. You know, funny enough, I have been seeing people play Nibiru again, but like very few. I don't think it's too popular of a card, but perhaps that's going to come up again in future circumstances. So be prepared just in case. Now, here we are going to see him activate the Terminus, sending Vidolium to the graveyard in order to add the Medius to Pure. I don't think he normal summoned, so him going for the Medius line probably means he wants to draw with, what's it called? I was going to say he probably wants to draw off a Librarian. But we are going to see him instead add the Vidolium, and then that's going to summon out the Elfnote Power Patron. Vidolium's going to search for another copy of Terminus here. And then, let's see. We're going to go ahead and synchro into June Pride. Cool, so we use the effect to increase the level. And now here we're going to go ahead and June Pride effect to go ahead and summon up to 3 from deck, hand, and or grave. That's going to summon Fortuna, Strelitzia from the graveyard. Fortuna is now going to place the trap card. Looks like Chris is reading to see if he has to summon 3, but no. You can summon up to 3. I learned that relatively recently, not gonna lie. Okay, and then from here, it looks like we might see a Chaos Angel actually with the Medius and the Fortuna, and it looks like I'm correct here. Yeah, I mean, Chaos Angel with the board full of synchros, and you made it with a light and dark, it's really strong, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's reading the Chaos Angel. Yeah, it is a demon right now. 3500 attack, protected from battle, protected from activated monster effects, like, this card is nasty. And then we're going to see Rhapsody of Madness. Special summon out Tenia here. Summoning it right under the extra monster zone so that he can banish a spellcaster. I'm sorry. A card from Chris's hand until the end. And then we activate Secret Village. So now we're going to see Tenia activate its effect in the draw phase. Ooh, Santa Claus. That is rough. Yeah. That probably doesn't feel good whatsoever, right? Being able to get rid of the biggest problem, which is probably the Crystal Wing, but then also you have to deal with the Chaos Angel. Like, it is... There's two main issues here. But it looks like he has some level of gas. We do see Regulus reveal the Fairy Tale Snow. I mean, Regulus is pretty strong. Being able to have a special summon too, being able to avoid having to normal summon the spellcaster is really nice. And then that can get him the Empire and get the balls rolling. But we are going to activate the Crystal Wing effect to negate and destroy the Regulus here. Okay. And now we normal summon Snow. Snow effect's going to target the Tenia here. Okay, and then we can chain Rhapsody. But instead we decided to let that go. Okay. And now we're going to activate Alistair, targeting the snow to special summon and then later on search by banishing, right? I think it's fine actually to not have used the madness, but we are going to see the Elfnote power or Elfnote Strelitzia summon out the Lucina, and then he's reading and I'm reading too. Can this just switch with anyone? During your opponent's turn, you can switch locations of this card in your main monster zone and the monster in your middle. Yeah. It doesn't have to be face up, it looks like. So we're going to now use Rhapsodia to go ahead and summon the Elfnote Power Patron to negate the Alistair. Then we're going to go for the Wickats, and then see, I would have like probably bounced, but oh, we see Fallen in the Virtuous. Oh yeah. I think that's GG's at this point. So yeah, congratulations to Uzi for winning round number 3. Will he make it to the top 4? Only time will tell. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And of course, if you're ever in the DFW and you want to play some good Yu-Gi-Oh, please head on over to Epik Cards and Games every Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday at 7 p.m. And I hope to see y'all there. Thank you guys for watching. Peace and have a wonderful day.